Mother's Day, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee saw his own daughter deal with harassment while serving as White House press secretary, and he joins me now. Governor, great to see you this morning. You know, I don't know. Surprise certainly shouldn't be the word that I reach for here, but how is it? Help me understand. The same group that lionizes and screams about democracy is always the one that uses, or most often the one that uses, muscling techniques on the street of harassment and threats and mob justice.
You remember the scene in Godfather 2 where there's an attempt on Michael Corleone's life at his home in Nevada? One of the things that I think we learned from that is that even the mafia, with all their murders and the things that they did have sort of an off-limits view when it came to people's families, and they didn't attack people in their own homes. These are a bunch of people that are worse than the mafia. I mean, even the mafia had some ethics about hurting people and murdering people. These folks know no bounds. They'll go to someone's home where their children live and play. And I just think it's just beyond the kind of culture that we've created, that people can be so rude. They will put other people at risk. And look, I understand this is a highly charged view, but the place to fight it out is in the legislatures of 50 states. That's right. The whole point of this decision. This is not banning abortion, and that's the big lie. But what these folks are doing is staging what they say they hated, an insurrection. This is an insurrection.
Yeah, exactly. It's being returned to the concept of democracy. I have my own theories, Governor. Why do you think that they so easily turn to this personal threat, imposing, a threatening figure on families, as you point out? Why?
I think it's because it works. In some cases, it works. It intimidates people. It's the logic of terrorism. If you scare people into not speaking up and standing up, you win not because you had a better argument, but because you intimidated the other side into silence. And that's why it's so important that people who have conscience and people who have convictions about the intrinsic worth and value of every human life, and pro-life people, we don't hate women. We love all people, women and men both, but we believe that life is precious and there's no such thing as a life that's disposable or expendable. And we think that every human being deserves to be treated with dignity and respect. And we believe that the child with Down syndrome is equally valuable, as is the captain of the football team. And we just want to keep our culture so that we elevate human life rather than denigrate human life.
Yeah, I think much of the left has elevated their vote to a place of religiosity, and if you do that, then you think anybody that disagrees with you is evil, and that gives themselves moral permission to do these types of things that any rational person sees as wrong. Really quickly, Governor, I want to get you in on this. Anita Dunn is returning to the White House as senior advisor. In the past, Anita Dunn has praised Mao as one of her favorite political philosophers. I can't help but pair this with Justin Trudeau in Canada also praising China's ability to accomplish its political goals. What's with the praise of China?
Well, when you sell out to the Chinese for a buck, as a lot of big multinational corporations and politicians like Hunter Biden and apparently Joe Biden have, it's pretty easy. Why not bring Anita Dunn in? Her hero is Mao Zedong. Look, the White House is trying to change its communication strategy. I understand it. The problem at the White House is not the soup. Or rather, it's not the bowl the soup is in, it's the soup itself. Joe Biden is not changing. He's still Joe Biden. Put it in a different bowl, the soup still tastes the same.
Governor, always great to talk to you. Thanks for getting up early with us this morning on Fox and Friends.
Thank you, Will.
All right.